I'm going to put up another map, which is into the chat. Okay, so Tazio, and this map you are at V11.
V11.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to make a dungeoneering passive check. What's your dungeoneering passive?
My dungeoneering skill is 6, so I'm guessing 16. It's a 16.
Right. Okay. With a 16, you can tell that it is the same region. It is the same place. In other words, but the details, you did not get a 20, so unless you want to roll as a standard, but you don't have a standard, so that'll have to wait. Okay, so that's what you see. Now that was Yerhu. Everything's used up for you, I think. So let's move to Izaria, who has leaped down, and you can communicate with. You can either communicate with Guox up above you, and everyone else has vanished into that hole.
Okay. I don't appear to have anything about sending telepathic messages on my thing, so I'm going to shout. Guox, get down here! They're going into the passages. We need to keep up with them. I'll get us some lights, and I'm going to get some little firebugs.
Uh-huh.
I'll just, I see something important. I have to investigate. I'll be down.
We're going through that, and I'll give him the coordinates of the tunnel. So don't take too long. I'll hang back as long as I can, and then I'll start heading.
Excellent. Okay, so with you, full move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a full move brings you straight to the mouth at 5E, and so you could go directly into that if you wanted, or you could with another full move. Although you will still be speed -1, so you would be. So you could get some squares in about to the point where the thing got killed.
So what I will do is I will, just in case Guox misinterpreted what I was saying, I'm going to leave one of the little light bugs just inside the mouth of the tunnel so that he knows which one to go in, and then I'll go in as far as I can.
Excellent. And you will be able to almost catch up with the killing site. And you'll basically run up against, well, you won't bump into him because you have light, but you will run up against, I believe it's Abzu, who is the next in line in the passage. So you got the 2 shard mines in front of you, and you can tell there's some sort of spattering beyond that they're checking out. So and that does give us Kikari. So Kikari, you are there. Yerhu, having ghosted her way in, has ghosted her way out, and continued. And you are looking at the fragments of nasty creature, and it's up to you what you want to do now.
Sorry, I'm mute again. Can I see Yerhu?
With all the light, yeah, you still can. Or rather, given the blockages and stuff, you can tell that she's up there, but it's not like you've got a full visual.
Yerhu, wait, telepathically.
Right.
So it's not being yelled at, but it is telepathically being yelled. And then I'll hurry to keep up with Yerhu.
Okay, so you'll scoot up there with her, which is perfectly fine. When you get up there, you can see the opening that basically she is sticking her head out of. But you can't stop in the same square as her, so you'll have to still be just a little bit behind.
And what were the coordinates on this other map?
You are currently at W11.
W11. Right, okay.
So there you go. And so, excellent. You may do other things if you so desire, skills or whatnot. I'm not sure if you've got. I'll have to look you up, but yeah, here you are. Kikari, Arcana, Endurance, Religion. Arcana. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Okay, 8. 17.
That's pretty good, actually. So let's call that. That. Okay, so the reason of this is now that you've got a somewhat more different perspective on this, you are right. Roll. Yes. The nature of this place is starting to become clearer to you in psionic / mystic terms, because this tunnel is not coming out in a spot that would correspond to the direction it felt like.
Right.
Right. So if you were sort of being a little meta here, you would realize that the grid, if the grids and letter numbers were the same, you just came out somewhere really weird. Now, characters don't know about the numbers and the letters on the map, but Arcana is weird. So you do. So that's kind of the, yeah, you're kind of like, we're coming out where? Right? That's you don't have dungeoneering well enough to check, but for a passive, but a dungeoneer would know more. You just know this is not physics, man. Whatever this was not physics. Okay, so next is going to be Guox.
So I'm continuing along to get to this figure on that ledge. And
okay, so that's quite, as you can tell, that's a bit of a hike. And so to go all the way around like that, and I'll tell you a little bit about your options for movement. Up there, if you stay away from the edge, it's actually not that unstable. And it's pretty solid. So that means that you could do here's the maximum, 2 full moves plus 2 each by running. So you could do, I think that's 6. What's your move, 5 or 6?
6.
Right. So that would be 14 squares. You could actually do, and that just basically means you just break into a run and just get over there as quickly as you can. There are slight penalties, but as your perceptions so far have shown you no lurking monstrosities up here.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling a little hustled because everyone else is moving through that tunnel. So,
okay,
break into a run.
Excellent. So that's going to actually be able to get you all the way to that spot, which, as I said, was, I believe I said K7, right? So,
that sounds right. Yeah.
So you can get over to L7 without any trouble with 14 squares. You know, that keeps you away from the edges too, right? I mean, you're not skirting the literal edges, so you're good. You get there, and it's yourself. It's you seated there not in lotus position. I'm not going that far, but in right? There is no sitar music, but we are this far away from it. And it is, so it's in a position, your body, you are in a seated position of repose. And it's iced over, frosted over, just like frosted over. Partly even sheathed in ice, not big, thick Iceman wall ice, but frozen enough to be icy, have ice actually having formed over it. So, that's what you see.
May be out of line. Oh, sorry.
So Hans, you do have a minor action left.
I think there's much I can do here. I think I'll just. Yeah, I'm a little stunned. So if I can sit in front of it as a minor action,
Yeah, excellent.
like to looking into its eyes.
Aha, perfect. We will deal with the ramifications of that ASAP. But the minor is as far as you're going to get to just position yourself. So, all right then. Initiative order under all the papers. Right? You can tell I'm getting excited. All the papers are migrating out of their designated spots. So that brings us to Abzu. So basically your two companions have moved ahead, and also Aziria has come up pretty much just behind you.
Okay. So I'm going to ask her what works, because I've not seen him in a while. I've not seen where he went, so I'm wondering why he's not with her.
Oh, you're asking where Guax is. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her what happened to Guax. If we are fine with leaving him behind.
Yeah, he followed me up the top. I did tell him to come and join us, but he said he'd seen something important up there, but I couldn't go back up there. I got a massive psychic attack that I couldn't fight off. Guax had to shake me out of it. There was something strong and dangerous up there.
Okay, since I see that she's fine with this, I'm going to be fine with it, because I'm trying to process the emotions through other people. Mm-hmm. So I turn around and go toward where.
Okay. So now you're going to be in X11.
Okay.
Right, on map 2. So you guys are lined up like little peas in a pod in there. Ooh, for a blast.
Is there anybody in my close vicinity needing some? I mean, how bad are Azaria's wounds? How much damage did she take?
She took, well, I don't know. She's not bloodied.
No, I only took 8. Okay. So when we rest, I'll do a second. I'll take us.
Do you want to? I can let you use one with. Well, you could also second wind.
You guys can always take a second wind too. I don't think you're in the need for special powers.
Yeah. So, right.
I'm good for now, but thank you.
And so that brings us up to Abzu and Yerhu. And now you are looking out and you are looking into this chasm, and there's all sorts of things to see. And perhaps there are a couple of things for you to consider. First of all, if you really want to try and orient,
I would love to, yes.
If you really want to try to orient, then it's going to be a standard check on dungeoneering. Just letting you know. So tell me if you want to move, if you want to do that, if you want to do something else.
The first thing I want to do is project my ship consciousness into this space. I'm considering that the previous encounter was finished, so I can recast it. And I'm going to throw it.
Let's see. Would we count this at the end of an encounter? Yes. Officially, now that we're at the top of the initiative order, I will say end of encounter.
Okay.
And if everybody wants to freeze in their uncomfortable, dangerous, and difficult positions and let all of the other factors of this environment have 5 minutes to do whatever you want, you can take a short rest. Not recommended. And no, you can't stop for 30 seconds and call it a short rest. That is not allowed. There are no short rests.
I'm not going to rest.
You've got it. Okay, keep going. So, encounter done. New encounter powers refresh. Everybody.
Okay. First thing, my ship consciousness goes to 011. which is a bit far for me to get the bonuses right now, but I'm going to move closer. I wanted it at center of this space.
I'm so glad you did that. What else are you going to do?
I'm going to do that dungeoneering check to make understand my bearings, let's say.
Okay, yes.
And then I will move.
Excellent. Do the dungeoneering check now.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't. I'll roll the 1.
Oh, wow. Okay. Goodness. Okay, so you're still kind of wondering how this all hooks up and are not sure what's up with that. And so next we have
my move.
A move, yes.
I would move cautiously and slowly, so maybe I'm only moving my half movement because I'm just being cautious.
Well, you do realize that every one of these lines in front of you on the map is a drop of a square.
Okay, I would start descending my way down. I don't want to let my friends too much behind, so I will move down one level, then move aside, let my mates reach me, and then move further down. It will be a bit slow, but it's better to be close to each other.
Yeah, okay. So no problem. You're going to have to make an athletics or an acrobatics check because that rock just underneath you is loose. You see the rock there, the gray rock?
Yes.
So that's loose. Okay. If you're going to proceed straight down and through it, then you need to let me just look at my little list here. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Yes. Let's see if you fail the roll.
I would like to go at it acrobatically, obviously, because that's what I'm good at.
Mm-hmm.
And what? I think I do, because it's a 26.
No problem. You vault past the rock, landing at U11. And neatly avoiding tumbling down in a triggered rock slide, which would do heinous damage to you. So
I will move downwards to U12 just to move away from any possibly falling rocks.
Got it.
And
okay,
give my
right. Good enough.
Space.
Yeah, good enough. Okay, so now I need to tell you what your shaped consciousness has landed directly next to. In
nice.
NO 1213. NO 1213. So that 4 space is a thing which occupies 4 squares, and I shall share the picture.
Oh dear.
It's about 3 meters tall.
That's awesome.
What a cute pet.
So I'm going to say you're like sending your shaped consciousness forward, and then you're concentrating to acrobat down, and then you kind of check in with your shaped consciousness and like, fuck.
I actually do gasp as I suddenly see the thing and
right. And there's lots to do with this, but as you can see, that will be coming momentarily. And so the next person to go, and it's a new encounter. So actually, you know what, we should let's run through this one bit and then we'll re-roll initiative, okay, for the new encounter. So therefore it's Yerhu, and so Azaria, you're still back there in the passage.
Yeah, I can't do anything because I can't get past anybody, so.
I'm going to say that now that you guys are used to it, now that you can see that Yerhu has gone through, I'll be a little more forgiving at this point. You have all this light, so I can let you go past Kikari at this point, or Abzu at this point. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, I will go past them, and I will examine the body and see if I can work out what it was.
That's not a problem, actually. That's pretty much where you are right now. And so to do that, you're going to need to make a couple of checks. Actually, so you have sort of a choice. Perception is just looking at like forensically, right? Insight is to try to tap into that sensation you had before and see if you can figure out what correspondence this thing may have had with the intention. A little more lateral thinking, kind of associative logic rather than deductive observational logic.
Go for insight. Oh, that's not horrendous. 17.
That is excellent, because that will actually trigger that. And so okay. Well, it's not the best. Okay, so what you will find is that this is a psionic manifestation, that you are in, that everything that is here that is happening is being deliberately done to you. Okay, this is all directed. You are not just in a spot. You didn't land in a mystic forest. Oh, gee, I wonder what's in the mystic forest. Right. So now you may have deduced that to some extent, but now you know that it is active. It's not just a space. This thing was trying to kill Abzu. Specifically or generally, you don't know, but trying to kill Abzu. We are at, I believe, Kikari's movement. So activity.
Have I spotted that multicolored creature at the bottom of the...
Right, you're starting to just peek your way out as well, I think. And
but Yaru had an advantage in his cube, which I don't have.
Correct. Now,
I don't believe he said anything about it.
It's the lighting in that central space that you can see, right? And also it's 1, 2... Oh, wait, I'll even check my own little map for this purpose. Got my elevations here. Okay, so you are at, sticking your head out there. Just to be absolutely clear as well. Okay, well, sticking your head out there, you definitely are. You're at 4. It's actually pretty far down. I mean, if you go vertically from the opening of the mouth of your hole, it's actually 4 squares down to that floor in the center. Okay, so that's 4 squares down, and then you have all those squares over, and it's obscured. However, the thing is large, and it's weirdly colored, right? It's weirdly iridescent, if not, it's not glowing, but it's weirdly iridescent. You can definitely see that there is a large entity there that is vastly non-humanoid, but any other details of it, not too easy for you to check out at this time, especially given what Yaru can see, which is that there is a sinuosity, a changing of position of its body as an ongoing effect, right? So it's not, either it's made of like sliding sinuous portions that keep moving, or it's literally semi-real. It's hard to tell which.
Okay.
So that makes it a little harder to kind of analyze what you're seeing. But there is,
but at the moment,
to you, it looks like a pillar.
It
looks almost like a vast pillar, about 3 meters tall.
Okay. But clearly a creature, so I'm going to try and head down towards it. I see nothing to suggest it's hostile yet. So you never know, we may be able to talk to it.
Okay, so you're going to move down there. So where shall you go?
Yaru went north, sort of, didn't he, as he
south.
Descended? South.
Yeah. So he is at U12 at this time.
U12.
Or she is at U12.
Oh, she is. Sorry, my apologies. In that case, I will I'll go the other way. I'll go sort of via the light source and down,
Gotcha.
so via V10 and along that route.
Okay. Clambering out.
Fact,
go ahead.
I'm going to try carrying along that sort of ledge, which would lead to S9. So staying on that ledge and dropping down there.
Okay. So should you try to do that, that's actually a bit of a traverse. There's two things at work there. First of all, you're going down, right, square by square as you go through those ledges. And second, you have to get through those same rocks that Yerhu acrobatically skirted. So you're going to need to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
It would be athletics. An 11.
Okay. Well, in that case, yes. Okay. So at this point, do a perception. Do you have passive perception of 15 or better? I actually have that on a sheet somewhere, but it's now eluding me.
Where is passive perception on this
Actually,
thing?
it's quite easy.
No, I don't.
Okay. So in that
don't.
case, make a quick perception check and see if you can get a 15 or higher.
Well, I've got a 17 on the die.
Okay. Good. There you go then. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
In about a second, that rock slide's going to kick off.
In that case, I will leap back the way I came and roll.
Well, you could leap over to the light source if you wanted, but
let's go for the light source. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't really want to.
That way, I know where I'm landing because I can see it because it's in light. So that would be a good place to land.
So this is going to be fairly severe. Okay, because it's rumbling. When it gets going, I'll let you know when. And so you have moved there, and you're over there by the light bugs, and the rocks are about to come down. They will hit Yerhu if she doesn't move first. So
can I telepathically warn Yerhu?
Absolutely, not a problem at all. Okay, so look out, rocks are coming. Okay, so then we move to Guox.
Staring into my own limpid pools.
Exactly. And let's go here to that very section of my little rules. Excellent. Okay. Okay. So choose Arcana or Insight.
Insight.
And kind of wishing that Azirio were with you at the moment, I'm certain. But
yeah. 11.
11 total with bonus and all?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not the significance of this is not coming clear to you. That's sort of the analysis kind of situation. Is there something are you trying to do? Do you want to try to make contact to?
Yeah, I think. I'm staring into.
Yeah.
Yeah, its eyes and trying to reach out.
In that case, it is will. I'd like a will check.
9 or 8.
Oh, bummer. Okay, so you're struggling at this point to see if you're getting anywhere with this.